you saw the title and you're probably thinking, this douchebag is lying. There's no way he's making that much money from faceless YouTube automation. Okay, let me actually show you some proof, because I hate it when people mention YouTube automation, but they never seem to show proof, or they show proof of their channel, like a personal brand channel. They show that ad revenue, but they can't show like all of the other channels that they supposedly run. So here are quite a few of my channels. Like this one made over $4,000 in the last 28 days. The lifetime of this channel is over $316 in ad revenue. This one only $100. Oh no, David's broke. 28 days. Oh no. But lifetime is $92,000. We stopped posting on this one for a while. This one in its lifetime did $694,000. So it's doing about $10,000 every single day, which is about $300 to $400 a day from ad revenue. This one did $172,000 in the last 28 days, even though we haven't posted anything, literally zero work, still over $1,000 a month. This one only $300 a month. Oh no, Dave is so broke. But the lifetime of this channel is over $1 million in ad revenue. We literally stopped posting for a few months, and still it's generating some ad revenue. So I know that this genuinely works, because I talk to a lot of people inside of my community that are doing YouTube automation. Like David, for example, made his first 1,000 pounds off of his YouTube channel in a month. And I know that David is a real person. If you just go and literally Google him, you can find his LinkedIn or whatever. So like, these are actually real people sharing real results in my community. I know I'm not selling a community here. I'm not telling you to sign up or anything like that. I don't want you in the community, okay? I'm just showing you that this genuinely works. And I want to talk today about two different ways to actually get rich with YouTube automation and faceless YouTube videos, so we can kind of remove the misconceptions and undo the work that a lot of incompetent people have put out there on YouTube when it comes to YouTube automation in this entire space. So there are two different ways to get rich with YouTube automation. The first one is like the fast way, and the second one is kind of like the wealthy way, or like the slower way. And yes, I actually stole this concept from another faceless YouTube automation guy, and I genuinely love it, and I agree with it, and I want to share it with you today. The first one, the rich way or the fast way, is using the supply and demand. So you're taking advantage of trends, where the most important part is quantity over quality. You want to publish as many videos as possible. I'm going to be giving you some examples later on in this video. So first of all, you would find a trending topic / a gap. For example, right now, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is something that everyone is talking about for some reason. So the biggest competitive advantage in this case is the topic itself, finding something that's trendy. The pros is that it can be super low quality. Like I used to spend $20 per video on these, and I would pump like 3 videos a day on a single YouTube channel, and that would be really good. You make a ton of money quickly if you know what you're doing, and you make some money even if you don't know what you're doing. The demand for the content overweights your lack of skill in some cases, but the cons are that it's really bad for longevity. The accounts that I had that were making like $15,000 a month a year ago are now, as you saw, literally making $100 a month, literally. So it's harder to do brand deals as well, because you're not really building a long-term brand. So these channels are better suited for beginners. If you pick the right niche, you have momentum on your side, there's already a lot of interest in the topic you're covering, and your content fulfills that interest. Running these channels is a hustle, but it's fun, blah, blah, blah. Example channel right over here is a crime scene cam. So they jumped on this trend. So they jumped on the body cam trend early, which is supply and demand, and they focus on picking dramatic topics, packaging them in a clickable way. Always when there's some emotion happening, and when people can like feel the emotion, something that you genuinely saw working on other platforms like Netflix and even TV, and you just take the most emotional moments and you use them in there. Now this is cool, but there is a better way to approach YouTube automation, a more long-term, smarter, and a wealthy way. So picking a big niche so that you can outcompete everyone on quality, like the Fiend channel, FAIN, documentary style videos, quality over quantity, like the Moon YouTube channel, even though it's like not as high quality, but pretty good. How to do this: you find a niche with a broad appeal, improve the quality within that niche by 20%, like documentaries, educational videos, where you have to spend over $1,000 per video, and this is much more complex than starting a regular YouTube automation channel. That I would not recommend it to complete beginners. The pros, it is really compounding. If you go to those YouTube channels, I believe it's Fiend or Fern, or Fiend was a song by Travis Scott, or it was Fern, the YouTube channel, like the green logo one. And there are videos that they published like 5 or 6 years ago are to this day making money, which is pretty cool. Stronger bond with the audience, like it's obviously better for brand deals and for your own products as well. and less competition due to higher costs or skill barrier. And like the final boss of this would obviously be the Kurzgesagt, the YouTube channel, where they probably spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per video, something like that. But they have a massive audience. They literally work with Bill Gates and whatnot. So they've gone quite far, but they've been around for a while. The cons are 10 times more expensive than your regular automation videos, requires a lot more skills. So if you don't know what you're doing, you will lose thousands of dollars. I had someone in the community who was like, Dave, I have like a lot of money to spend. And they would spend like $500 per video, but they were just overpaying the or the freelancers that they found in Fiverr and Upwork, so it wasn't really worth it. So if you're a beginner, forget about brands and just start YouTube automation. So the reason why, you would just make money to put into more channels and brands, and you would build skill sets that you can use for more channels and brands, and your mistakes will be 10 times cheaper. Like for example, this channel over here, only 7 videos on there and already 100,000 subscribers, and they have a massive audience already. So I'm personally doing both, so I want to make sure that I'm on both of these sides, but I've obviously been around for quite a while. If you're just starting out and you only want to focus on just starting the YouTube automation channels. Now I recently did a breakdown of this faceless channel that made over $23,000, or that makes over $23,000 per video. I don't think they're no longer monetized. If you open up the actual channel, they only have 12 videos, and the last one is 4 months ago, 4 million subscribers or 4 million views, and that one literally just from 12 faceless videos. I basically did a breakdown of how they made over $300,000 with a $4 RPM. It's a naturally intriguing niche, so obviously very emotional, and if you go to their most popular ones, literally 19 million views, and the first video on the channel is that one with 19 million views. Imagine just starting a faceless channel and right away getting 19 million views. It's pretty cool. It uses real human emotion, a repeatable and successful formula, and the virality skills that it uses is choosing a niche with an inherent emotional impact. If you have no idea how to do that, you can either just go to Reddit and see what's pissing people off, or just go to Netflix and see what's trending, and you will see what generally people are interested in, or just listen around, like when you're walking around, or perhaps if you're traveling, you can kind of see what people in real life are actually mostly talking about. And that would be like the best piece of advice, because everyone is just like, oh, do I go to vidIQ and find a trending topic? But if you want to go a step further, you would actually be using topics that you just observe around you in real life and see what people are talking about, and then you can turn those into videos. And yeah, I also added an important note that this person, I know the person, they're like 19 years old and they've been doing YouTube automation for quite a while, so it's not like they just started the first channel and right away started making $20,000 per video. So because I don't want to set any unrealistic expectations, YouTube automation is a very long game, and I even posted my first video on here. Yeah, so here it is. Basically, it's my first faceless video. If we go to the channel, oh my god, that is loud, please stop. 9 years ago, almost 10. And the first video that I published got 42,000 views, but like if you watch the video, it's Paint. Like I was using Paint to create these images, which are like mistakes from SpongeBob, no intro, no hook, nothing. And yeah, it got results, but it obviously took me quite a while to understand how the entire platform works and how to actually create great videos that get views. So it's okay if your first few videos are a flop. And there are effectively 2 types of faceless channels that you can start. You can either choose by content type, whether it's education or entertainment, and by visual style, whether you're going to be using stock footage, which is like a lazy way, or animations and motion graphics and those kinds of templates. So the step 1 is obviously researching the ideas. I sometimes even just take that from books. I have quite a few books behind me, and I either use books or I just listen and observe, as I previously said, or use sometimes even Reddit. You just go to different subreddits, see what people are pissed off about, and then just cover those topics, or just go to trending search. I also sometimes use vidIQ. That could be a good option. I even built a free software, TubeSpy, but that's like only free for my members of the community. And you just want to create good titles. They're really good asset for creating good titles is creatorhooks.com. It's like a free newsletter from some guy. You don't even have to sign up to this newsletter. Just go to his past newsletters, and you will watch that. You will be able to see that for completely free. And you can even use ChatGPT if you want. So here's like a prompt that you could potentially use. I personally found like Google Gemini to work better than ChatGPT. But essentially, you want to use these 5 viral elements, which is curiosity. So you want to open a loop, discuss the future, use contrast, or challenge assumptions. So for example, the secret money saving rule I learned in Spain. So I'm kind of opening the loop right over here. Like, what is the secret money saving rule, whatever? Spain? Why in Spain? Negativity, that's also something that works really, really well. Timelines, authority, and dip desire. And here are also some examples if you want to pause the video and use them. Step number 4 is writing the script. So once the topic is confirmed, you think about your target audience, and you really, like, you don't just think about your target audience like, yeah, it's going to be a 15-year-old boy from the US. No, you really genuinely want to think about who is that person? What are they doing? What are they afraid of? What are their desires? Who is their boss? Whatever, like, just go in depth, like, what is that person all about, so that when you create content, you always have that person in mind. You're trying to target at one specific avatar, and you want to use your own channel voice. I'm going to pick your channel voice. You don't want to be switching voiceovers every video. Go to Kurzgesagt, you can see that the voiceover hasn't changed for the last 10 years, and it's a big part of their entire brand. Writing a script, using a video hook, content, CTA, and end screen. So you never want to start your videos with, hey, welcome back to my channel. This channel is all about, no one cares about that. You want to use a strong hook. And some strong hook examples could be, this is a secret way that you can XYZ. Most people don't know that you can XYZ. So just something that gets people hooked in right away. Hook can be short form that creates a problem, catches the attention, introduces a problem, entertains, or taps into emotions, and there's no boring and long intros. And the content is about just sticking to points in structure. The CTA can either point to a description, affiliate links, encourage email newsletter sign up, or simply ask for a like and subscribe, which isn't like the most ideal thing to do. And I wouldn't recommend it for most people, especially if you're trying to build a brand and you're spending like $1,000 per video. It can really mess with your watch time. And then, yeah, you want to use short sentences and simple language. Never use the ChatGPT language for your scripts, because most people can't even understand it. You always want to simplify it. Even just put it through ChatGPT to ask it to simplify the script to make it accessible to even a 16-year-old, so that even they can understand. Because, for example, for one of my videos, I had to explain to the audience what profit means, like the word profit. So most people didn't know about that. So you really want to simplify it. Editing video, you want to make sure that it's actually telling a story and not just use some random stock footage and you just click one button inside of Pictory AI or in video or whatever. No, you don't do it like that. Don't be repetitive, use transitions, make sure it's fast-paced. And you want to avoid using free stock footage from Pexels, obviously. It's genuinely not worth it. It's just going to waste your time in 2024, and it's really a lazy way to do it. And when it comes to freelancers, you just want to hire for boring or creative tasks. So boring tasks are research, creative tasks are script writing and video editing. Don't hire for channel management, don't hire for SEO and promotion. SEO and promotion are generally just a scam when you see those on Fiverr. No one is going to get you views. Don't go to those websites that promise millions of views. It's not how it works. And to manage freelancers, you can literally, you can use Trello if you want to go fancy, but for the most part, we literally just started messaging people through WhatsApp and like through these free messaging services, or you can just manage it through Google Sheets. Like, you generally don't have to overcomplicate it. Don't let anyone sell you any of these Notion templates for it or whatsoever. It just makes things more complicated. It makes you feel fancy, but you're not really moving the needle at all. Best countries for freelancers, you want to sometimes avoid South Asia, which are like cheap but low quality work for reference, and high budget Western countries, low to mid budget, usually Eastern Europe, Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia. Those are great countries to hire from. Tips: when hiring freelancers, script writing, English speaking only, obviously, voiceover, no need to hire real people. I used to spend like $1,500 a month on voiceover artists. I had a channel that was called Kashina, and it was like a make money online channel, and I was spending $1,500 a month on the voiceovers, and then 11 Labs came in, and now 11 Labs cost me like $30-40 a month for the same content. So it's really not worth it. Script writing usually is anywhere from $25 to $45 if you're using the rich way or the fast way, and the voiceover can literally be just $3 per voiceover if you're using AI, which is 11 Labs, the best one so far. Thumbnails, the stock model, for example, if you're going to be using the style that I have on my main channel, the Dave Nick YouTube channel, literally you can just search Dave Nick. I have almost 1 million subs on a personal brand, and graphics only is a different thing when it comes to the actual to the actual thumbnail design. Now, if you have some questions around content creation, about managing freelancers or hiring tips, or if you want to just ask me about wine and whiskey, you can feel free to do so in the comments down below. If you're into YouTube automation, I'm here to help.